first of all. I told you, sir. Sir.
Mochi, please.
So we are back with another installment of the demo of Touchstarved. Enjoy! In numb disbelief, I reach for the replacement clothes and begin stiffly pulling them on. They're thicker and warmer than mine were, with a black woolen cloak to go with them. But there was one thing still missing. My bandages. The golden-eyed man didn't leave me with any, even though I know he saw my hand. I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps towards one of the drawers. If this is indeed a doctor's clinic, there must be some bandages here. I start opening drawers at random, and of course, that's when the door swings open once more. Are you looking for something? I whirl around, clutching a thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him, but my legs bump against the edge of the cot. Your caution is understandable, though if I meant you any harm, you would know. That doesn't make me feel any better in the slightest, but he makes no move towards me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and the mottled skin disappear under a layer of clean white cotton. May I ask why you need additional bandages? I clenched my jaw. I knew it was only a matter of time before he asked out about my hands, though the way he does is strangely roundabout. I'll decline. That's a very personal question, and I don't really want to answer. Is that so? Surely you realize that I can only help you if you tell me what ails you. An involuntary snort of laughter escapes me. Where would I even begin? Would he even believe me if I told him? No, best to keep my curse to myself for now and learn more about him first. Who are you? You may call me Cross. And where exactly am I? Eridia, which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can think of nowhere else for a group of travelers to go. Eridia. So I made it to the City of Knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but all I can manage is a vague sense of increasing unease. How did I end up here? I brought you to my clinic, of course. You were the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment, which you provided. Yes. He says it so simply as if I'm a small child and he's explaining basic addition to me. I frown and flex the fingers on my recently healed arm. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine, thoroughly attached to me. You're saying that you stitched my arm back on? Pardon? A soulless attacked the caravan. It ripped everyone to shreds. It tore my arm clean off. But when I woke up here, I trail off, bewildered. I've never heard of any magic that could heal a mortal wound like that. What kind of person could do such a thing? The doctor, curious, pinched the bridge of his nose. He sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. I'm apparently irritating this man. Excuse you! Excuse you! I do not know where you come from, but Eridia is the city of knowledge and deadly secrets alike. Information is power, and it is most unwise to give or receive it freely. Since you have refused to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I do not even know your name. You are new to Eridia, so I will overlook this specific breach of etiquette. However, you should not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand? He looks pointedly at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath though I am to admit it, he has a point. I'm also a complete stranger to him, and if he's telling the truth, he saved my life. I take a deep, steadying breath. This time when I speak, I sound a bit more like myself. Mochi, My name is Mochi. I definitely should have chosen a different name if I knew this game was going to be like this. I thought this was going to be silly. It's not. It's not. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mochi. There's a little more warmth with his smile. His polite demeanor is back in an instant. Must have been, you being nice. Okay, so should I thank him or should I ask? You know what? I've already started on a good road. I think I'm going to thank him because at this point, my pointedness is not getting over on him. He's not appreciating it, and I've been rude, So thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving my life. I chance a smile in return. Even if he won't explain how he did the impossible, there's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Kuras. Think nothing of it. I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but his words only raise more urgent questions. But I had to ask, why did you save me? You don't know me. The question seemed to startle Kuras. I could hardly leave you to die in the wastes. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. I've never met a doctor who also handed out free clothes. My fingers find the edge of the cloak. There's a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what kind of price Kuras might ask for such well-made clothes. No, I suppose not. Forgive my presumptions. I rarely come across so fascinating a patient. I blink. What did he just say? I simply meant that few could cling to life so resolutely or brave such perilous journey to Eridia. I could not help being curious about you, Mochi. His voice dips to a soft murmur and he abruptly looks away from me. Am I cute? I'm obviously beautiful.
Excuse the beauty.
I really don't know what to say to that. Honestly, I don't know how I would respond. But he is pretty curious himself. Like if we're really getting into it, he's kind of mysterious himself. You're pretty curious yourself. Am I? Oh. I haven't forgotten about my arm. I wiggle my intact fingers at him. Ooh. Clearly not. But you haven't asked me for any payment either. I require none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and it would be unethical to leave you destitute in a strange place. I fall silent, unsure of what to say to that. Nobody would help a whore like me for free. There has to be some kind of catch or trick, right? A loud knock at the front door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else. Because, unfortunately, you are not my only patient today. The knocking grows more insistent and Kuras lets out a tired sigh. Please wait your turn. Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops. Do you need anything before you leave, Mochi? Oh, between the soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Eridia in the first place. I need directions to the cenobium. The cenobium? The look on his face is downright chilling. He pauses, choosing his words with cold deliberation when he speaks again. Whatever you seek, it's very unlikely you'll find it there. The cenobium's gates open for precious few visitors. Even if they did, you would not like what you find inside. My heart sinks. Is he saying I came all this way for nothing? Risk life and limb for nothing? No, there can't be. I only just arrived, and Eridia is the largest city still standing. There has to be a cure for me here. Then, if not the cenobium, where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Eridia? I shake my head. Then I suggest a local guide. Head to the wet lick and ask for the Leander.
Oh, Lord.
Excuse me? The wet what? Exactly. The wet what? The wet wick? He sounds deeply unamused. Follow the postings advertising Leander's bloodhounds. They are difficult to miss. If you meet Leander.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
Tell him I sent you. That isn't much to go on, but Kyrus points towards the clinic's back door. You'll be safe so long as you do not draw attention to yourself. Wow, we met our first baddie, and he's kind of cool. He's kind of cool, he not. But I will say this game is not what I thought. Oh my God. Okay, so I might have to get it anyway, because I kind of like it. If you guys want to see more of it, let me know. That's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention. If you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish. Though he's smiling, there's a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door. I find myself standing in a narrow and rather gloomy alley. I pulled the new cloak over my nose, stepping over the contents of chamber pots that had been emptied into the streets. Well, we're in this time frame. Oh boy. Something weighs heavily inside of the clothes pockets. My coin purse. Everything is still inside. Every last coin that I scraped together for the journey to Eridia. It doesn't even look like it was opened. There were so few coins to begin with. They probably weren't worth stealing. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Kyrus didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said in Eridia, secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? And that's not an exactly comforting thought. Still, no matter why he did it, Kyrus gave me a second chance and a lead on where I might find help. I'd better get going before he changes his mind. I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. The line outside Kyrus's clinic stretches down the road already. Two thin peddlers queue alongside weathered elders. If any place is in desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. Cobblestones are treacherously rough under my feet, deep grooves worn between them by regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Eridia was a river city, but I didn't expect it to look so eroded. The buildings were tired and dilapidated, all crammed together in narrow streets. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over to me. My stomach gives a faint gurgle. This morning's catch, fried up hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today.
Oh my God!
That sounds disgusting. But I'm starving. So I duck my head under the stall's grubby awning. A large fish leers up at me, its three bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crisp batter. The vendor gives me a gap-toothed grin. Wow, things are rough. What's the cheapest thing you've got? The vendor points at the metal basket of what looks like long strips of savory fried dough. Fresh long lads, 3 copper apiece. Don't burn your mouth. I take the coins out, counting them gingerly. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. 2 streets later, I pass under a wrought iron archway adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. Actually, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm kind of hungry right now. And even though, the 3 fish was looking up at her, my stomach is like, it does sound delish. I ain't gonna lie. The buildings in this quarter are a dizzying riot of colors, painted walls and tinted glass everywhere I look. Sheer red and pink curtains flutter in the open doorways. Musical voices call out invitingly. Incense mingles with the pungent scent of flowers, barely covering the salt and musk of warm bodies. So this is that district. Oh, we didn't come to the red light district. Where this outfit kind of makes sense, but I am not here for that. I am on a different journey than I thought that I was. So next time, this will not be the fit. that I wear, unfortunately. If you like this look though, let me know. Do I look cute or not? This must be Eridia's entertainment district. Okay, call it what you want to, sis. I'm polishing off my food and dusting crumbs from my hands when I spot a poster. It features the silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the word bloodhounds printed above his head. A motto, as above, so below, circles the artwork. First of all, if you have seen the movie, I hate that movie. Y'all, I hate that movie so much. It's not even funny. God, that movie gives me chills when I think about it. As above, so below. Wow. So that's great to harken back to that. Now I'm concerned. Leander is the leader of the Bloodhounds, and the face printed on the poster is likely his. I follow the line of identical posters around the corner. Oh my God! Start over. I follow the line of identical posters around the corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up, faded orange letters read, "The Wet Wick." The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days, but I hear faint music and laughter coming from inside. Okay, we at the bar. Okay, first of all, I want a gin and tonic to start, and then I need some vodka, and then I need a shot of tequila because my life is hard. The inside of the bar is a far cry from the abandoned exterior. It's not even midday, yet most of the tables and booths are occupied by a loose assembly of people in matching green cloaks. Oh, so is green the color? There's a lot you can tell about a city by its dives. This one seems ordinary enough, even if the uniforms are unusual. A cursory. Oh my gosh, today is just difficult. They must have heard my difficulty in reading and were like, let's pause and give her a moment to think. Oh my God. A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring. I'm about to head towards the counter when a chant rises from the center of the room. Show, show, show! The remaining green cloaks abandon the bar and their booths to rush towards the center of the room in a sudden torrent. There's no doubt to move out of the way. I'm caught, swept along in the ale-stenched current. Hey! Rhythmic chanting drowns out my voice. I thrash, throwing out my elbows as the press of bodies grow heavier. My hips knock into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself. But the crowd has stilled. The chanting stopped. A pair of gilded boots stride across the tabletop. Oh, is this? Oh, please tell me this is the one, y'all. Hold on. Because he was so fine in them pictures. Hold on. This is who I came for. Seriously, you dogs again? Scattered laughter and cheers rise from the audience. I drag my eyes upwards. Oh, Jesus. Woo!
I'm moist. I'm saturated.
Okay. Hold on. This man is. Look at that chest. Look at his face. Look at that hair. Look at them eyes. If y'all want, never mind. Let me just play the game. Let me quit doing this. I got a wicked smile on my face. Oh my God. Okay. Breathe. Let it go, girl. Let it go. Okay. I can't even read no more. I just want to look at him. I don't even care about the game no more. I just want to look at his face. This man is fine. Hold on. Why y'all drawing men like this? y'all doing a girl's heart bad these days. Golly. Hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all think I'm weird or not? Yes. Okay. Yes, I did take a picture. Get over it. A well-dressed man stands on the table in front of me. His broad shoulders framed by the thick lapels of a trench coat. This really is the last time, all right? This time when he speaks, the audience falls silent as though bewitched by his magnetic presence or rich, low voice. Ooh. But nothing is as captivating as his smile. Girl, you ain't lying. Oh my God. He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage. Don't blink or you'll miss it. He laughs and the dagger-shaped earring, this is who I'm looking for, dangling from his left ear, catches the light in a flash of gold. It would seem I found Leander. It's not Leander. Why was I calling him Leander? Y'all ridiculousness. Leander. Okay, I need these notifications to not ruin this gameplay for me, because I have just found the man of my dreams, and y'all getting in the way of the fantasies that I'm having. Listen, all I know is if God gave me the opportunity to even just be in the presence of a man who looks like this, I would be very happy. Okay, he raises his hand above the audience and snaps. A flash of pale green light, real magic, no ordinary stage tricks, blinds me. As the brilliance ebbs, my gaze refocuses on the mage towering above me. Ooh, you Jesus. Look at that. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something about Mochi that y'all probably don't care to know, but I like chest, arms, and back on a man, and the way it is sitting, the way it is just you know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me quit, because y'all are probably like, girl, relax yourself. I'm trying. It's hot in here, like, for real.
Oh, Lord. Again.
I've been single a while, so just let me have my moment, please. I told you this game is for me. He flicks his wrist, and the magic spiraling around him coalesces. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals spring forth. Ooh, that would be pretty to see. With a flourish, the mage presents the conjured flowers. The audience bursts into clapping and cheers. A genuine magic show was the last thing I expected from a place called the Wet Wick. Leander plucks the iridescent bouquet out of the air and turns in a slow circle, giving his audience a good look. Now, who could use some good luck? Eager onlookers scoot closer to the table. Some reach for the lilies while others whistle and call Leander's name. But his cool green eyes slide right over them, locking on me instead. Sir, don't do it! Do not flirt with me. I will give you children. How about you? My chest tightens. Every person gathered turns to stare at me. Ooh, I don't like attention. Okay. Dang, I'm trying to think. If I take the flowers, am I like, once again, I've been playing this very passively. But I feel like will something happen to me if I take the flowers? Or will something happen to me if I don't take the flowers? But also I'm curious about the magic. And I want to be nice to him, so I'm taking the flowers. I reach out, all too aware of the way my fingers tremble as I carefully take the flowers from him. There's no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. As soon as the flowers leave Leander's hand, their light dims. They fade away in a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs under his breath. That's the problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right? He grins at me and I find myself smiling back. Girl, who would not smile at this man? Child, I'd be cheesing. They'd be like, ma'am, please put your Chester cat mouth the fuck away. I'd be like, listen, all of my teeth are at attention. They didn't have to draw him looking like, look at this man. Even with his little tired ass eyes, I'll take it. Look right there. Right there. Let me nestle right in here. I just need to stop. Leander steps off the table, dropping among the excited crowd with an audible clink. All right, bloodhounds, get back to your drinks. Show's over. The green cloaks disperse at his command, returning to their tables and booths. Before I can make my way towards Leander, oh Jesus, I can't even read. Before I can make my way towards Leander, his eyes find me. He gives me a friendly wave, then beckons me over to the crowded counter. I manage to squeeze beside him, but there's so little room that his broad shoulders presses against mine. I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Girl, lean in, okay? Lean in. Is this your first time in Eridia? He says it lightly with a genuine air of curiosity. Do I stick out that much? No, but I'm certain I remember seeing a face as lovely as yours around Lowtown.
First of all, I told you, sir. Sir, I was not playing with you when I said I will birth your descendants. Don't flirt with me. Do not flirt with me.
My eyes flicker to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery, and being this close makes eye contact difficult. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us.
What can I get you?
Surprise me and add anything my friend wants to my tab. I wasn't expecting the generosity, but I have to admit, I do feel a little thirsty after all that fried dough.
And I'm just thirsty in general, so you might as well give me something to drink. I'm parched.
Do I want to have what he's having? Or will I go for water? My personality tells me I would do water. Water's fine. While the bartender leaves to fix our drinks, Leander leans his elbow on the counter. I'm close enough to notice the purple shadows under his lower lids. Yeah, this nigga needs some sleep. On my lap. No, just kidding. His eyes wander over to me in return, but when they lock on my bandaged hands, a sour taste rises in my throat. Here come the questions. So, what brings you to the Wick? Cure sent me. He pushes his hair back from his forehead, but immediately falls right back into place.
I would have loved to have seen that. Why didn't y'all give me that image? Would have been beautiful.
So it's about work. The bartender pushes a pair of glasses our way. I don't realize how thirsty I am until the cool water touches my lips. I drain the water in a single gulp. Leander takes a deep swig of his beer and lets out a satisfied breath. How can I be of assistance? I need to get to the cenobium. As soon as the word cenobium leaves my mouth, the entire bar falls silent. Bloodhounds twist around in their seats to gawk openly. Finally, an especially drunk one speaks up. The hell are you bringing up the cenobium in here? Throw him out! This is bloodhound territory! The vitriol catches me off guard. From the angry looks thrown my way, it's clear I've broken some unspoken rule just by mentioning the cenobium. When I glance at Leander, he's drinking as though he hadn't noticed the uproar. Only when he catches me looking does he lower his glass. For the love of... He drags a hand down his face. Hey, keep it down, will you? This is business. I tense, expecting an argument, but the outspoken bloodhounds silently return to their drinks. Only a handful continue to watch me warily. Sorry about them. The cenobium's a bit of a touchy subject in these parts. Mixing enough drinks and, well, you saw. How about we continue this outside? Or anywhere private. When I give him a terse nod, he pushes away from the bar counter. Girl, one squeeze, please. I follow Leander to an alleyway tucked behind the wet wick where layers of frayed bloodhounds posters have been plastered to the walls. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his likeness on the posters was impressive. Yours didn't send you here for the help with the cenobium, did he? The look he gave me, he already knows the answer. I glance away. No, he didn't. He suggested I find an alternative. Yet here you are asking about them anyway. What do you need the cenobium for? I don't want to tell him about my curse. The less people know about my capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer. Well, I see you're already aware of the city's currency. Information's worth its weight in gold here. Curious told you the truth. Cenobium's dangerous. Get on their bad side and they'll imprison you if you're lucky, or torture you if you're not. But the Cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary. The Cenobium has always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a world steeped in nightmares. If any place held answers, it would be the Cenobium. That's why I came here. That's what they want you to think. But things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Such a simple statement, and it leaves me reeling. If it's true, if I staked everything on a lie, then what now? Leander clears his throat. But as I always say, there's solutions to every problem and alternatives to every solution. He claps his hands and turns to me with a brilliant smile. That's why Curious pointed you to the Bloodhounds. Let us help you. Whether it's hunting soulless, finding people, or recovering stolen valuables, we can do it all. And free of charge. I'm shaking my head before he even finished his practice speech. My patience is wearing dangerously thin. Listen, I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander nods slowly. Then your problem must be fairly serious. And if the Cenobium's your first choice, you're searching for a magical solution, aren't you? When my eyes widen, he nods along as though he suspected all along. I'd be happy to help you out. That is, if you tell me what ails you. Leander might not work for the Cenobium, but he is a mage and a powerful one at that if his demonstration earlier is any indication. I'm silent, plagued by indecision. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this could be my only path forward. My confession comes out in a pained whisper. I'm cursed. Cursed? Oh, now I'm very curious. What kind of curse? Something ancestral or more recent? He looks me up and down, taking in my face, my eyes, and finally, my hands. It's your hands, isn't it? I wait until I'm certain my voice will remain steady before answering. My touch is dangerous. It changes people, hurts them. Before I've even finished, Leander begins taking his glove off. He tugs his right hand free and flexes his fingers. Let's see it. He offers me his hand. A prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm, and I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is. I can't bring myself to hurt him, to see his face twist in a mask of madness. Leave me. This isn't an ordinary curse. I'll be fine. Perhaps where you come from, your affliction was strange and one of a kind. But spend a year in this city, you'll see 1,000 curses and thrice as many curses. Do you really think Curious would send you here if I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today. I'm as good as any mage in the Cenobium, better even. They can help, so can I. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then with a short breath, I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. Fine. But if you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. You can tie me up first if that makes you feel better. With each joint I expose, I grow more and more certain that this is a terrible idea. Ready when you are. If he's bothered by the way my hands look, he doesn't show it. My fingers hover shakily over his palm. 3, 2, 1. Oh, what do I do? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna save right here. Because I like him. Okay. and I'm going to touch him.
You little nasty.
I tap his palm once as quickly as possible. It's barely more than the brush, but that's all it ever takes. When I look at his face, expecting to see the worst, Leander only grins. See? It can't be. This time when I reach out to touch Leander's palm again, he catches my wrist before I can pull away. I told you there's really nothing to worry about. He trails off when my thumb brushes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain a clear, soft green. First of all, if you didn't catch that blush, sis, my heart. Ooh. Color rises in his cheeks, but he remains still except for the subtle bobbing of his throat. Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of Leander's palms, lost in the awareness I wasn't prepared for. I've been with other people, kissed them, even been embraced by them and more, but not like this. My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail. The groove of his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the pulse of his heart. For as long as I lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hands, not without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing until this moment. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine is hammering as fear gives way to excitement. I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels as though it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandages to lie flat. I can't believe that worked. May I ask your name? I'm Mochi. You were right to hide this from me, Mochi. That curse of yours, it's unlike anything I've ever dealt with. I can tell you're discreet, but you'd best not go showing that off to anyone else. I didn't plan on it. Are you staying in Lowtown? I pause. Room and board was something I hadn't yet considered. I don't know. Let's get you properly settled in then. He's so nice. Can I give him babies? Okay, I'm gonna save right here. Over here, because I might want to redo that again. Okay. Wow. So we're just gonna pause today because I do have another, excuse me. Oh my God. I do have another thing that I have to get to today, but wow. Okay. So let's, oh wow. This is crazy. I was not expecting this at all in terms of like what this gameplay was going to be. I thought this was going to be like a silly, goofy, like romancy game, just something. You see the outfit, like you knew I was taking a jab at how silly this is, but now I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. Like the story is really good. Clearly we know that I'm liking Mr. Leander over here. That's daddy. I like him. Oh, excuse me, I don't need to call him that in front of y'all. Let's just say that man is fine, and I'm here for all of whatever he has. Doc was definitely really nice. I'm curious about the rest of these characters. I'm curious about the rest of these characters over here. But so far, Doc is cool. Doc is like, to me, Doc chill. Like he's an older, he's got it together. Like I like him. But Leander really captured my heart. He's sweet, he's funny. I really like him. So far in this demo, that's who I'm gunning for. You know, that's who I'm like, I want to know. I'm just kidding. I don't want to know what it makes him cry. I want to know what makes it. Let me stop. Sound ridiculous, but I like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay of Touchstarved. I get the name now. The name makes sense now. Like I can't touch people, and Leander is like literally the first person that I've had that level of intimacy with. So I'm curious to see, do I get to choose, or do I have to like go through? Clearly I have to meet everybody, right? But I like the story so far. I like the characters that I have met so far. So if you guys want to see more of this, go ahead, let me know, leave a like, please. And if you are new to me and you want to subscribe based off of this game, because I will play more games like this, trust and believe, I am not
tied down by any type of idea of what type of games I should play, I'm down to play anything. So leave any suggestions in the comments. If y'all want me to go back and make different choices, let me know, because I am very curious as to how many different roads lead to what, and how much our decisions are really moving the story, or if there's a preset but we make decisions but it's kind of like not really as important. We'll see, because like I said, this is just a demo, so we don't know the full gambit of the game, but I'm more than likely going to end up getting this game and playing it if you guys want this as a series on the channel. There are other series that are getting ready to come up. I really want you guys to have that notification bell hit, because when I say we already have Resident Evil that we're doing, we're also going to be doing Danganronpa, and the next one that I have on the docket, you guys are going to really enjoy. If you like seeing me scared, oh my God, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You are absolutely going to get that opportunity to see me just in my jimmy shaking, because when I tell you this other game that I am looking at is, oh boy, it had me very unnerved. But yeah, so let me know more. It's been your girl Mochi. I had a great time. I hope you did too. I love you guys. I will see you later. And yeah, God, I don't know how to end this video. I just sat here and let y'all watch me simp over a cartoon character, and I don't know how to deal with it myself emotionally. So I'm trying to be like, ooh, I hope they don't think I'm weird. But then again, what's weird? That's relative, right? No. Okay, I'm done. All right, you guys, I will see you guys later. I had so much fun playing this game with you guys. Yeah. All right. Love you. Later. I don't know how to end it. Just stop.